these at home because it's really good. Okay, now everybody sit over here on your pile. Come on, sit over here. Sit on top of each other. You're right to left. I'll get a nice and so some do the same. No. So this is just for, foot to hands are pretty scary. And this one prepares flyers for foot to hands. So I'm going to sit down really close to my heels. We'll lift up one shin, and so Aaron can step. While he leans, and here's 3 points of contact like this. Step a little. Then I give him the other one. He bends his knees slightly, rounds his back as he stands up. I grab the tops of his feet, and he slowly sits down as I stand down. And then from here we go to a prayer position. Yeah.
Nice job.
And from the prayer position we go back to the throne. And then yeah, so this progression here, it's really about certain really specific elements that when you do it on this, when you do standing on shins, you're way more stable. So when you sink in and you do that in your balance line, you don't go like this or go like this. You want to stay in a balanced position. You're way more supported than foot to hand. Because what happens when you bend your legs, when you do that, actually you want to also naturally change the position of your ankle. Yeah? If I go even deeper, you see my heels come off the ground. Yeah, this is a change in this is something that naturally happens. But when I'm flying, I actually want to avoid all kinds of movements in my ankles. So what am I training? I'm training to go down in my balance and feel that, while I am again on a floating surface on somebody, on a person. Yeah. So that's the stuff that you're training. So we're training actually the standing up and the sitting down, both of them. Yeah. Yes, you have to do it again. The other thing here, what we're training here, is that prayer position. Yeah. That is a position that, as a flyer, you feel really stuck. Everybody ever been in a prayer position? You're not on your feet, you're not on your hands, you're not on sitting, and you're there, and at any moment you feel like, oh, I'm going to face plant, I'm going to face plant. That's the feeling of the prayer position.
That's why you pray.
That's why he wants to get out. But the thing is, the same occurs with the foot to hand. Somebody's holding your feet. Yeah, and there's this psychological thing happening in your head, like, oh, is this good? Is this fun? Is this nice? Akbar, I love Akbar. The thing again, you've got to work through that fear, you've got to conquer that fear, and you've got to isolate these body parts as you're doing that. So in this case, it's the knees. Yeah, when you're doing a prayer position, you have to isolate your knees. You can't just go like, Aaron can't be in my hands and just go like, I can't balance somebody who moves his knees like that. His knees are way stronger joints than my wrists. So he could just do that. But as long as he doesn't do it, we're going to be fine. Yeah?
Complete trust.
All right. Remember again, counterbalance, lean out, sit close, I lift up one, steps up, 3 points of contact, weight in the hands, bend your knees a little slightly to stand up. Yeah, he's standing up while he's on a person. Then I grab the top of the feet and he sits down. Oops, you try to go a little slower. Yeah, now I've got to be really fast. I have to force the straightening of my legs here. I have to push on, and you have to give me a little time. Because if he sits down too fast and my feet are not there, he's going to come down. He will roll off. Okay. Feet. Yeah. See? And I'm just supporting. I'm just waiting for him to bring his hips forwards.
I'm thinking of grounding down through my knees, like pushing down into his hands.
Yes, let's talk about those positions, about those things. Okay, can I ask you to lie down? Well, I'm not going to fly you, but let's talk about this position here. So my toes are right on top of the knee. The toes, I'm not standing on the toes, so the toes could be over the knee. Yeah. I'm standing on my whole foot, and what does my base do? He pushes with his shin right into my heel. And then you also make sure that his foot is slightly higher than his knee. Yeah? I want to be standing on a slightly downward slope. Yeah? This again, because his knees are stronger joints than my ankles. Your knees bigger, stronger joints. I can, as a base, you can force that. You can make that happen. Yeah? So and then as a flyer, you get used to that position. So it's great. It's great training. But it's very important that as a base you do that. You keep that slight slope. The same thing occurs on the other end in the prayer position. Yeah? But then it's the other way around. I want to have my foot slightly lower than my knee. If I lift up my foot, my knee is a pointing thing that's really hard to balance. What do I want to do? I want to use my shin and press that shin into his hand so he's got a bar to balance. Instead of that, he just has like these knobs that stick in his hand. He can't balance something. All right. My time to fly? Yeah. My time to fly. Step forward, I place my foot. 3 points of contact. Here's the other one. Okay, grab my feet. I slowly sit down. I press down. I give him time to extend his leg. See what happens to my feet? Yeah, they change position. Yeah, they go into a point. Makes it extra hard. But I don't fall down. No, I keep the press. I hold it. Okay. Very scary. What do? I push my feet. So I feel his hand. When I feel his hands, I feel more comfortable. Oh my God. Bring your hips forward. Say your prayer. Oh no. And close your eyes. Thank you, Aaron, for breaking that down. Okay, so this is preparation for foot to hands. Yes, so let's also go, I'm going to give you guys another. So foot to hands is an exercise also for hand to hands. Yes, there is, if you cannot hold somebody in a foot to hand, you can probably not hold them in a hand to hand. Yes, so foot to hands are exercises for hand to hands. Yes, it's a great exercise. Get you nice and strong foot to hands. Yeah, you want to be strong. So let's go also for a foot to hand. Come on. Flying again, dude. Just like, yeah. You grab my feet. So here you can see a little bit of that same movement of standing up. As he's holding my feet, he stands up first like this. And see, he bends his knees slightly to stand up and rounds his back. Stand up. Foot to head. Okay. Okay. Can you? All right. Let's go in really close. So can you lie down again for a second? Are you belly? Yes. Okay. Nice like this. So put your hand good. Actually, everybody, come on in. Come on in. So he's got a little bigger feet, and I've trained his stuff, so I can also do that with this guy. And he's really solid when he's up there, so it's great. What's going on? What's the foot to hand grip? Yes. The root of my index finger is right here, and I place that at the corner here of the heel. right there. Bam. And in that manner, I can really press into his heel. Yeah. I can again lift his heel a little bit higher. I can create that slope. This part of my hand, this slope. A little bit of slope right there. I can do that. Right? And then the rest, so this is the heel, and then the rest of the hand, as much as I can, is a triangle. I use that to support the rest of his foot. Yeah. So I do want to have a minimal of heel here. His foot is a little big, so I only reach over here. If we have somebody smaller foot with girls, we will reach over here depending on the size of the hand. But you have to have some of that heel, or else you don't want to be over here. You want to have that one. You can do this, you can do this, you can do this. As long as you support that heel, it's fine. There's some people who go like this here. So this is like, if you ask me, this is too far back. Yeah? So I'm grabbing too little of the foot here. I have to just take the corner, the inside corner of the heel, and then I can support way more foot. Yes. So that first exercise, that sequence, is great as a training. Yes. The foot to hand, of course, becomes way more dangerous. Let's see, come on. So let's talk about the spotting. Stand over. Grab the feet. Right hand in the right foot. Left hand supports that foot. You can bend a little bit, so bend a little bit. As he steps up, you extend both your arms, and then you grab the other foot. Spotting right here. Yeah. If he falls, he's on my shoulder. I'll hug him again. I'll grab and hug him. So whatever happens, it goes pretty quick if you go back. I got to be ready to take all the weight because people land in faces.